Hey guys, day two. Well, video two today actually, because my first one got too long. Who would have thought? Well, I would. I like to ramble, but I had to make it all over again because there's no way to edit that shit down to make sense. Because I talked about a lot of things and just gonna have to do one again. Um, I've been thinking and I've decided I don't care why, or rather, I care why, but I don't care how we are here. Like, it could literally be anything, and I don't want to focus on it. And I don't think you guys should focus on it either, because why? Why focus on it? What's the point of finding more Mandela effects? Why? We know it's real, or we wouldn't talk about it. I don't care about the Mandela effects. I really care that my anatomy has changed, but I don't really care about the Kit Kats and the look on your fathers and all of that. It's it's interesting, like the first day or two, like you're watching videos. Oh my God, there's so much that has changed. But once you've accepted that it's changed, it doesn't really matter anymore. So I'm trying to focus on why. And I watched Max Spicer or whatever. I was on Perpetual Motion. Uh, Good channel, by the way. I like your, let's call it neutrality. You don't like it's CERN, or you don't say it's God or it's CERN or it's time travel. You're like, yeah, I don't know. And I like that. I feel at home that way. But I was watching your channel and something about the interview video with him just it spoke to me. Like, I don't remember what you said in your video, but I just stopped it and went directly to his interview video. You hadn't even had the time to explain anything, and it was exactly the same thing as when I found my first Mandela effect video. I it was well I heard it in like another dude's videos. Cliff High, he talks about he has like a computer who tries to predict the future, and might as well believe in that, right? And he was just talking about the Mandela effect and how it's absolutely 100% certain that it's because of the quantum computers. And now his explanation does not make sense to me because he clearly doesn't have the Mandela effect. Clearly. Or he wouldn't explain it that way. But that doesn't matter. I wasn't there for the Mandela effect. I heard it. He didn't explain it at all. And I knew I had to know what that was. I don't always watch YouTube that way. Like, you might, but I usually finish the video. Like, I don't want to. If I found something I want to watch, I usually watch that. And I might go to something else after, but I usually don't switch in the middle of a video just to get an explanation for this video because, well, it doesn't happen that often, and I would rather have a better understanding about the concept when he's telling it, and then I can watch the videos later and I can understand it more perfectly. But I knew I had to switch, and it was exactly the same way with Max. I knew I had to watch it, and it resonated with me. It really did. And I really, really, really don't like to believe in all this God, Christianity, apocalypse, all of this shit, because, well, it's based on the Bible, and I am 100% certain that the Bible is created to control us. I've always been certain about that, and more knowledge, well, it does not make me less certain, but I believed him. I really did. I really, really, really believed him. Like, as an instinct. I felt that this man is not only telling the truth as he sees it, because it's obvious, but I felt he was telling the truth even though I don't believe in any of it. Well, I can rationalize it, and it was like he was basically talking about aliens and then putting Christian names on it. Like, that's what he does. And if he calls something an angel, but in reality is a fifth dimensional being that doesn't care at all about you as a human, it kind of takes away all the religion. And yeah, we believe they are the gods, but that doesn't make them gods. It just makes them aliens. And well, like, it doesn't necessarily mean your religion is not true. It just means you're worshipping aliens. And sure, do what you wish. But when I hear angels, Satan, demons, the only place that's acceptable to me is in Supernatural, the show. It's perfect there, of course, and I love that show. But anywhere else, I don't want to believe. I want to just close the video. Like, when you speak with that kind of certainty about your beliefs, I just don't want to believe you, because you can't be that certain about your beliefs, because that's the whole thing about believing. You don't know. That's why you believe. Now, this is here in my hand. I know, because I'm holding it. Like, it could be fourth dimensions and it's not really here, but that doesn't really matter, because I know I'm holding this in my hand and I can open it and I can do things with it. It's there. But I know it's there. I don't believe this is here. I know this is there because it's physical. But if you're 100% certain in your belief, like I am 100% certain God exists kind of thing, then I just can't trust you, because you're not even saying that I know there is a godlike being. You're saying I know the God from the Bible is real. And that just doesn't work for me. I'm sorry. I'm sure there are a lot of people who believe here, and I'm sorry, I just don't understand, because we all know that the Bible, all the religious texts are created to control us. Like, the Bible is not the original Bible. It was created 300 years later from like 2,000 sects. Probably more. I think, yeah, who cares? And like, they just decided what to put in. That's not holy. It's people. People want to control you, and you can't. I don't understand how you can base anything on that. Like, you can say the Bible is on its purest level based on something in reality, but you have to take away everything from the Bible and just take the ground concepts and all the symbolism, all the words, basically all the language in the book, all the rules. They have to be taken away, because that's made to control you. And well, I don't want to go in too long on that. It was just a thing that I believe, Max, and it doesn't make sense. because I shouldn't. I have never believed in religion. Never, 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 never. I never believed in anything like that. I could believe in the system because it's physical. I know it. I believed they were telling the truth, but I didn't believe blindly. Like, who believes blindly? Anyway, what I want to talk about with Max is the fact that, well, I instinctively believed him. And not only is it freaking me out a little bit, but for some reason, I feel like he talked directly to me at one point when he said, people will be drawn to this video. The people who has to see it will see it. And when they do, my voice will resonate in them and they will know what to do. And I can do things now. Like after the Mandela effect, I can finish things. The last week, I have just finished things and I could never in my life finish anything. And like I didn't even know about the Mandela effect a week ago, and it's still this week that's the change. And his words, they just resonated with me, and I am now super afraid that free will does not exist. And that takes in a lot of things, like if free will does not exist, then why have I lived the life I've lived? It's easy when I can blame it on me because I am lazy, but what if I never had the choice to go to school? What if instead of choosing not to go to school because it was boring and there was no point, because why? I never failed anything. Why should I be there all the time? I'm not going to learn anything more. People can't focus for shit, and they have never been able to. So I was there like 50%. Like there were still rules that you can pass without attendance, and I just did that. I didn't really care about the grades. So why didn't I go to school? If it wasn't me, if I don't have free will, why didn't I do it? Is there, like, if there's no free will, then everything is predetermined and there's a reason for everything. And what's the reason for me not going to school? As I said, I didn't need to. They didn't really teach me much. I just spent much of my time discussing with the teachers because I was bored. I can't sit 2 hours learning nothing. I need to do something. If I'm awake, I need to do something. Or I need to watch television. I need to do something. And I just ended up discussing things with the teacher. Like, yeah, I love the death penalty. Like, why do you do that? Well, because you don't. Fuck you. And that's, well, I never really saw the point of being there all the time. I just wanted to pass and move along. And if that wasn't my choice, then why? Why? And the thing that freaked me the most out was that I might be a little bit fatter, but I'm built the exact way he is, and describing all the children that was like him, like 6'2", broad shoulders, like I'm built like him. And now it could just be arrogance and all of that bullshit. Like, yeah, you're an arrogant asshole, and of course you're not important kind of thing, but somehow it resonated with me. Like when he was talking about people who were put in weight And I have basically spent my whole life waiting because of injuries as a child. And I have just never done anything since. I finished school, I've done things, but I've never really done anything. Like, I almost on instinct, I didn't want large groups of people to see me. Like, Paradise Hotel got really popular when I was in high school. And like in second year, I think it got, I was like 16, 17 when it was really popular where I live. And a lot of people told me I should join that because I was the kind of person that would, and people found me fun. I don't know if they still do, probably not, but they did at that point. And like, that would be fame and money. And I always wanted both fame and money, but I didn't want to be seen. And why? Why didn't I even try? Why did I actively try to not be seen? And now it's fine. I don't care. I don't care anymore. Everyone can know who I am. And what? Why? Why now? And this happened a week ago. Not when I found out about the Mandela effect, a week ago. And do I have free will? And if I don't have free will, then why am I here? What's my purpose? If I don't have free will, then I definitely have a purpose. So what is it? And I think we should all focus on that. Why? I think that's what we should all focus on. Why are we here? What's the important thing we have? Because I truly, truly believe that my purpose has something to do with politics. I can't find any other reason. I've always been interested in politics. Like, as a small child, why did I care about the governmental system? No one else did. I did. I've tried to figure out a new political system for all my life, and I have believed in the current politic and economic system for 24 out of 25 years. So why have I spent my entire life trying to figure out an alternative to something I believe in? Why? And I think you probably have, but you should try to look for the thing you feel is the reason for you being here. Something you've always been especially good at, or especially interested in, or especially obsessed over. Because I don't think we have to talk about the Mandela effect anymore. Like, we all know it. And if you're looking, like, there's a lot of videos. You don't need more videos on different Mandela effects. What you do need is more videos on why us specifically. Because I feel like very few are actually talking about why me. Why me specifically? Because if we assume that this is not random, then every single one with the Mandela effect has a specific purpose. And that's what we need to figure out. I will create another video on another subject I want to talk about.